can talk a lot.
Okay.
Okay, here's the parameters, guys. We all believe in the multiverse to an extent. It is just the next universe is over version of you. Probably not that different physically from the way you are now. Like I said, just the next one over. Next door. Right through, a little rip through. And you stepped in, they stepped in. The question is, would you have sex?
Yes, I would have sex with it.
Okay.
Wait.
I
want to take it back.
Why?
I have more questions.
More questions. Yeah, hit me.
I forgot.
Fuck. Aziza, do you have questions? Z.
Am I the same sex in that doppelganger?
Yes.
Same
you
sex,
are,
same everything?
Can I want to find...
It's almost the same as you.
I want to find a universe where I'm a girl. I would definitely fuck that.
Nope. Same sex. We'll ask that next. So you store that. We'll use that. We'll go into that next.
If I have sex with myself from another existence, am I gay?
I don't think so.
It's just a form of masturbation. That's why it's totally fine. Yeah.
So, like, I might play around.
I mean, it's just like...
Would you let you put it in your butt?
No, I was actually about to say I would not. No butt stuff.
No butt stuff. I can
no
agree
butt
with
stuff
that.
ever.
Yeah, no butt stuff.
I'm not a big fan of butt stuff.
Would you take it all in, like
in my mouth?
Yeah. Oh man, I would. I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it. I know a lot of people would say no, and I know a lot of people would be like, "Yep, that makes you gay." Nick. I'll take that badge.
With me, there wouldn't be any. Wait,
because
it's so small.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Would you swallow?
Yeah.
Because I think that's where the gay line is.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'll take it. Yeah, no, I wouldn't swallow it.
So you just spit your load
Ew,
out
I
into
would do
your face?
something that fucking annoys me. That's what I would do. So I'd expect him to do something that would annoy me too. I'd rub it in his fucking chest.
So he'd like actually put it in your butt?
Ew, yeah, I know. It freaks me out too.
So would you let him put it in your butt?
No. Yeah, dude, I agreed with you.
But
no butt
you
stuff.
would put it in his
I'm
butt.
the only
No,
one
no,
that would do
no butt stuff
with
at all.
myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it's different for you.
What's the difference between me and my other person? Like, did we one of us didn't break his arm when we were younger or something?
Yeah, the one didn't abuse Micah. Yeah.
Oh.
Still, everything else happened.
Then I'm gonna
just
rape him because he's a bitch. I'm gonna fuck his ass up. I'm gonna make him do
that
everything.
Was a terrible example, but that was so good.
I do not condone rape.
Unless it's yourself.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of romance
at that point.
Is it clearly rape?
Is it rape? If
No,
it's
they're
yourself,
not,
that
Nicholas.
Is it rape if it's yourself? Is it rape if it's yourself?
No, it's masturbation.
No, it's definitely there's a form of consent, but I think though
consent is important.
Consent is important, but I don't think it's relevant. I think it's a moot point by actual definition too. I'm not just overusing that statement because we are assuming that this multiverse version of yourself is literally just the one right next to. There can't be that big of a difference.
I'm not sure I'm really like my type.
Do you like ketchup and mustard on your burger?
I don't like mustard.
Okay, this one kind of likes mustard or doesn't give a flying fuck. This one might not give a flying fuck. Whatever. You see, you're just going to use whatever. I can't come up with I'm trying to come up with something minuscule, and you're like, fuck you, mustard, man.
I don't know that I'm, like, into my body type. You know?
I'm not either.
I mean, I could, like, suck on my titties. And
like, I've made
I do, like,
threats.
big titties, and I have those.
I've been very clear, and I don't mean this if you're ever listening to this, Ryan Gosling. I don't actually mean this, but I've been known to say the statement of, yes, I would push my meat into Ryan Gosling. And I mean that because he is an attractive man. And he is my answer to what celebrity man would you be attracted to if you were attracted to men? Yeah.
So, like, when we fuck, can it be like in a Matrix type situation where anything you think of, you have it? So, like, you could think of a big giant wall of dildos, and it's like right there.
What would you do with the dildos if you're not doing butt stuff, Mark?
I'd beat him with it. I told you if
you
he was nice to Micah.
No,
I'm gonna rape him.
I get
so
that.
I'm gonna put it in his butt. It's a domination thing.
Damn it! I can't think of anything that won't. I'm trying to think of something. See, as easy it is for you to come up with why anything I come up with is funny. Mm-hmm. it's equally hard for me to come up with something that you're truly like, fuck, I don't think I'd give a shit. Damn, like. But so we would do some weird shit with our doppelgangers. Okay.
So all three of us would do things with our doppelgangers.
I want to watch Aziza.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would pay to see that. Oh my god.
I am my own type.
Yeah. Yeah. So
That's
it's
fair enough.
Like,
yeah, I would pay to see
I'm
that.
not saying I'm anything else. I'm just saying I am my own type. I see the appeal.
And I've
Like,
seen-
boobies are boobies, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like
Boobs
I
are
said, I
awesome.
have boobs. I would be able to play with those.
my
I have
God.
nice, beautiful long hair. I'd be able to
Ew.
stroke my. You know what?
I would definitely. You know what? I know that
We
I
could
wouldn't
cuddle.
want to
I'd
watch
cuddle.
it.
I'd cuddle with myself too.
I wouldn't want to watch
I'd
it.
snuggle after we fuck, or not fuck, but suck each other
That's
off.
nice of you.
69, you know, beat off each other's little.
I
dicks.
wouldn't. That bitch is out of
So
my
let's be
bed.
And then
clear. Let's
cuddle
be
a
clear.
little bit.
I would definitely show people I'm not at all willing to admit the names of. Maybe two, if that. People, if I got a hold of Aziza's doing hers.
No, you
But
don't.
would
get
you
that choice.
now? What would you do with the video of you banging yours?
It deleted.
You
Wait,
delete it. You
Delete
wouldn't
it.
want to.
would you charge for that? Because I'm pretty sure we could get premium.
I'm
Oh
no,
my God.
no. That's no.
Well,
That'd
this
be
is
special.
Mark,
And this is Nick.
And I'm Z.
and this
This
is
is the Guns and Gory podcast. Hey, Guns and Gory. Shut the fuck up!
I like music.
To hear us talk about religion, you might need to try out the Patreon.
I didn't press record until that, so now they're like, huh? We have a Patreon featurette where we talk about religion. Oh. But I want to talk about music for a little bit.
Yeah, I would love to talk
so,
about
like,
music.
what was your favorite band growing up?
So I insulted the shit out of my mother growing up because I really enjoyed what she listened to. And then I thought that she was of the era of the music, which was like Janis Joplin, Ozzy Osbourne, Black Sabbath, like early shit. I had no clue Ozzy Osbourne was as old as he was until he like got his reality show and shit like that. Which, I mean, it wasn't a big slap in the face reality wise. Like I was a very dumb, assuming little kid, but I definitely hardcore thought my mom was a lot older than she was. She was like, no. But then like, I look at the music that my mom could have listened to growing up. So she was 21 in 1989.
Mm-hmm.
So what she had, like what I like from what would have been her time then, that she wasn't listening to, I kind of understand why she didn't like it that much.
My mom liked the Eagles.
Yeah.
That was like her favorite band.
That's
My
cool.
mom
And
same.
then
Every
I-
song. Yep.
I grew up listening to gospel music.
Well,
I wasn't allowed to listen to much other than gospel music.
Yep. Yeah, that's... Oof. Now, okay, on the flip side of that, can I share a Mark memory that you may or may not remember?
Yeah.
You're going to love this.
Oh, God.
You're going to love this.
Okay.
If you actually... I want you to, like...
I'll
I
tell
want to
you if
put
I
you in a
remember.
I want to put you. I hope you do. Actually, I think you're gonna go. Oh yeah, I fucking remember this because I hope you appreciate the fact that I remember this. I'm trying to chub you up because
I know.
if you don't give me a
Fucking
good
Tolkien
reaction, I
over
might
here.
fucking kick you. So, paint a picture at your house when your room was in the back room.
Mm-hmm.
You had some kind of speaker system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was ghetto as fuck.
Of course.
But it was loud. It was great. It sounded great too.
Was I
You know.
running it through my amp? I might have been.
Something along those lines. Like I said, it sounded nice. It sounded great. We used to play our music on it all the time because for some reason I remember a lot of the time being there and your mom not being there.
Yeah, she was always visiting my stepdad. 'Cause
Right.
He lived in like Sandusky.
Yep. I do.
And I
remember
was
that.
old enough to be able to watch me and Micah. Me and Micah were both old enough. And I was like 17, 18. He was like,
Right.
3 years younger than me. So like, yeah, she would leave for weekends and stuff like that. And
So-
leave us and expect us to be responsible. Which,
Wow.
sorry,
So-
Mom.
Yeah, no, the house is still
Nobody
standing.
died,
The
and
house,
the house is
is
still standing.
Right, exactly.
Nobody went to the hospital.
got hurt.
Nobody went to the
Nobody went to the hospital
as a direct result of my house.
Right. Yeah. That's true. Wow. We were pretty lucky there.
Oh, look at that. We were kind of responsible.
I think we're just lucky. I'll call that luck.
I've been very lucky most of my life.
But so the picture is at that house. But your mom was there. Mm-hmm. I think they were doing something in her room. There was a lot of lights and like maybe painting or putting up a wall. I don't know. They were home though.
Okay.
And it was like me, you, Jessica, Micah, probably Greg. Like a lot of like key figures were there, but just like real core people, not too many.
Yeah.
And you wanted to piss with your mom, and you put that song. You ain't gotta say too much from the look in your eyes. I can tell you a fuck, and you ain't gotta come in your boots just as much you fuck too. Oh no. That fuck. You remember that?
I vaguely remember.
You vaguely remember, dude. It was you made her so fucking Kentucky Fried Chicken mad. She was so pissed off, but she was smiling from ear to fucking ear.
Well, yeah, I'm a goofy motherfucker.
Her face was as red as her hair, as she was smiling from ear to ear.
Oh yeah, because she dyed her hair for a while.
Yep. And oh my god, man, it was so funny. And so like, I think it's cool remembering that because all of the people that were there, whether they remember it or not, like Jessica might not remember that, but maybe she does.
For the record, I do not like that kind of music. I think my ex-girlfriend, like she might have been my girlfriend around the time, but the girlfriend I was dating around that time, that I heard it because of her, and I was like, this is the most annoying song I've ever heard in my life.
Is that really? I figured you just heard it fucking around online, like, because that's when we would sit at the jankiest computer desks, and God almighty, Windows 98 at the up. I mean, if we had that, maybe mine was like Windows Millennium. I would have killed for a copy of XP. That's how long ago this was. But the music. Well, that ties in with the music because I used to download a lot of music at your house. And I mean, wow, that was back when like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I don't.
Back then, I was like extremely like I think I listened to like 9 Inch Nails back then. Yeah, and like I was like
I remember
strictly like 9 Inch Nails and Marilyn Manson. I think I like System of a Down.
Oh, I got something cool that I remember from your youth. One of your memories. Yeah, see, I like giving these little nuggets back to you. I like leaking them back to you. Here you go. Okay. And I'm not editing them in any way. So you were in band when we were in high school, and the band had a reason to go to Trent Reznor's high school?
Yes.
We
had a jazz band competition.
And somebody that was in that band that will remain nameless, he knows who he is. He was a cunt about being there. And he had shitty things to say, and it made you mad. You know who I'm talking about now?
Right? Yeah.
Oh my god! And listen, when you got mad, when you got, I was gonna whisper it. That's why I got closer. When you got mad about it, I didn't even like 9 Inch Nails yet, but it made me mad, and then it made me listen to 9 Inch Nails, and then I understood it even more.
Because I didn't worship them. But
no, not anything like that.
They meant a lot to me.
Music,
like,
yeah.
It's really good music.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I like what music means to different generations, but I mean, music has inspired people to do a lot of fucked up things too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What's indirect without being indirect? I've always liked music that was used against people. What was that stupid fact we used? The Spice Girls. Do you want to be my lover?
My daughter was singing that the other day.
Yeah, did she like it?
I think she does.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them when they like catchy shit like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Kids.
I like music you can sing to.
I never would have admitted it back then, but like, the Backstreet's back. All right, I actually liked that song. Right. It was catchy. Yeah.
I
hated it.
They were my jam.
I like screamo covers of shit.
I was a Backstreet Boy girl. Don't fucking talk about NSYNC, all right?
Whatever. I like them both.
I sing bye 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 to people sometimes. I like using that meme too, or the GIF.
Yeah, the GIF. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm a fucking asshole.
What was I gonna say? Shit. Let's see here. Oh, there was here's a deep cut. Here's a deep cut for anybody who remembers our era the same way we do. There was a band called Bewitched. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed Bewitched. I only enjoyed their one song.
Bewitched?
Say you will, say you won't, say you'll do.
Oh,
what
I know that
don't.
song.
You know that song?
I kind of liked it, but I didn't know
I
what they were
fucking
named.
loved it. My ADHD, I was undiagnosed at that time. When that song came out, whatever year that was,
Yeah.
I was still undiagnosed, and I can tell you 100% because I was allowed by my grandparents to put that fucking song on repeat over and over and over again in my room. They would definitely, if you want to, I don't know if there's any proof that that's a damaging thing for ADHD, but I do think that if that is a bad thing, that I was definitely enabled for
I do it.
Oh,
I listen to the
allowed
same
me-
song over
whatever.
and over
Well,
and
yeah,
over.
I think it's therapeutic. It's stimulation, you know.
Now, my one client at work, I heard the same song. Like the one day I had to take him to an appointment, so he was up front with me when I was driving, and I hear the one song. I don't know why I caught my attention, but I'm driving and then I hear it start over, and I'm still, and then I just keep hearing it start over, and then like 2 weeks later, I'm still hearing it from him starting it over, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I've never been that bad.
Yeah,
And it was-
I've been that bad.
It was a really bad song.
I think
it was
because
a really
he's
bad song.
So Z and I took a trip, and I have some film that I'm gonna put together for that. From that, we took a trip to South Carolina to drop a machine gun off for the gun shop that was purchased from us, and we had to deliver
Silver
it.
Dollar Gun and Pawn, I believe.
Yeah, in South Carolina, and we delivered that, and we were out in the middle of the woods, creepy shit, just touching on some past episodes.
Yeah.
And what was getting at? Traveling through, I was picking the music.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's it. Traveling through, I was picking the music. And
In
I
my
think
car,
she
I
was,
always pick.
Right. Well, she does a heavy amount of the driving. I will 100% admit people do look down on me about it, and I'm kind of don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, because she is an amazing distance driver, and
Yeah.
I'm an amazing sidekick.
Pittsburgh to Houston. All me, one day, barely
He's
any
a
stop.
passenger princess.
Yeah, I am a passenger
Okay.
princess. I'll admit that.
He
I
does
did-
snack me up good,
I
so
snack her
that
up good. Yeah,
the
we'll
drinks,
stop, we
the
do
snacks,
shit.
he's
We
got
go to
me.
Walmart. Yeah, like she got all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Akuma's loud tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Uma!
it's fine. Keep going.
So, she, I think she knew certain songs that I would play, but I think it's been long enough that she didn't have to dread hearing them, because I know she hears me listen to them all the time.
Yeah.
I have my super ADHD mix. I actually have like a sleep little like
Oh, God.
strain of music. Yeah,
okay.
and there's not songs that I can listen to any other time. Like if they come on, I'll change it.
Yeah.
Just because it's like a lullaby to me. I don't
He
need
yells
it.
at me because there's one song that I fucking love, but it's his sleepy time mix, and it's not even the version that he listens to.
Yeah, it's a. It's
And he's
a
like, "Turn it
alternative
off, I'll
version
fall
of the
asleep."
song, Yeah,
I think I listen to podcasts more than music right now.
yeah.
I'm like that. When I'm writing new music or anything like that, I refuse to listen to new music or any music because I'm not trying to like steal something on accident.
I like watching.
But I'm not currently really writing. I just
All right, jelly
I've
roll.
been listening to podcasts. Well, I like podcasts. The true crime ones, not true crime ones. I like they're like true stories of like creepy shit, creepy encounters and stuff. I like that stuff. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Have you been listening to any of the new Linkin Park songs that they released?
No, I think
They're actually good. They're very good.
So it's without.
It is Chester. It's like lost stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I think I might have heard like one.
Yeah, they're
song
very good.
A couple months ago.
Very good. I think they're a good balance between Hybrid Theory and Meteora.
That's cool.
Yeah, old school.
I liked.
Yeah.
That's what I liked. I remember hearing about them like when they first came out.
Well,
What was that
I had
first?
heard.
What was it? I can't remember what the song was, but it was
I
like
had heard when
the
he
first
died.
video where it was going like on MTV and shit. You had to watch it
yeah.
real early in the morning.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Early morning. Oh my, wow.
I saw
That's
Muse before anybody
I haven't
fucking
heard
knew
that
who the fuck
menu,
they were.
or that memory in a while. Oof. I remember. Well, I remember finding Linkin Park because I liked Crawling. No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good
Crawling, and they showed it at the beginning, and I missed it, but then I loved the song, and I was sitting, and I was so close to the TV because I wanted to see what the name of the band was, and then I'll tell you what, Mark, I've been such a poor speller my entire life. I've never spelled Lincoln right because of Linkin Park. Because I wrote it down, so I remembered it, so I could ask for the CD, so I
You
could
fucking
listen to it on
Neanderthal.
fucking repeat over and over and over again. That's how I learned who Linkin Park was. It was MTV video.
Sounds a little obsessive.
I had to pay attention
Kind of
that way.
scary when people get obsessive about bands, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it has ended lives of certain famous people, like some would argue one of the best bands in the world,
Maybe. So,
the Beatles.
December 8th, 1980, at about 10:45 p.m. in New York City, Mark David Chapman, a nobody security guard that resided in Hawaii, pulled out a Charter Arms 38 Special, went into a combat stance, called out, "Mr. Lennon!" then shot John Lennon 5 times in the back, killing Mr. John Lennon from the Beatles at the age of 40.
Wow, 40. You're close to 40, aren't you?
Hello, this is Dr. Dickendocker, the mind behind the inflatable family pumper and the triple dong dragon dildo. Today, I have a new product I'd like to talk to you about. I'm about to revolutionize the way that you clip your toenails. No more bending down, no more having to bend your legs at all. With my easy 37-part system, I promise you that you will never have to worry about your toenails again. And with our cutting-edge bunion bumper, that product will very quickly become the essential piece of your daily life. Get your toenailizer system today on Amazon and in some select Walmarts near you.
Are we going to come in with your offense?
Nah,
Okay.
I'm old. Whatever. Fuck you, man. I mean, I've already had my existential crises when I was younger, so like, I'm getting older, and it's like, wow, that sucks. But I didn't think I was gonna make it this far anyway. So
I don't know. Existential crisis is caused by like emotional distress and I don't know.
yeah, I don't know, man. Just like realizing how life really is, stuff like that. You know,
Oh, 40.
boy, it's heavy.
That's
it's heavy,
true.
heavy.
You lost a parent younger than I did, so yeah, you're right. I'll
I've
give you
had a
that.
lot of loss.
Uh-huh. So
I've-
how old was your dad?
My dad, he was 40.
So, and my mom was 41. So yeah, wow.
I was 15.
That really puts it in a weird perspective for
Yeah,
us.
from a young age, I had to learn that like death can happen anytime
Oh yeah.
to anybody.
Yeah. I was older than you. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Yep.
My whole like not junior. I was like my whole freshman year. I was basically not there,
Yeah.
and if I was there, I wasn't there.
Oh, I've seen that.
I failed most of my classes.
What year was that football picture that I just recently got
That
my
was
mitts
the
on?
year before. I think my dad was still alive.
You still had pretty you had hatred in your eyes. Maybe the year after that you had like just a blank stare. Maybe you were scarier in
I
that
don't know.
next football. Did you play football that next
Yeah, I
year?
did, but I'm not sure if so. The year my dad died, yes, I played football.
So did you play?
I didn't play after he died.
Oh, you didn't play after
No.
he died. I was gonna
We
say
moved up here.
and you didn't.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so at least there's no kids in Texas or people walking around Texas with like clicking shoulders, like, yeah, I'm the kid that Mark Hodge took out. Right, I was the game right after his dad died, or like,
I don't know.
and
man.
you just like, wow, like I've heard. I mean, hell, you can.
I was a very aggressive football player.
Yeah.
I would average like 3 or 4 tackles a game.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I was on defense and offense. People were like, "What? You played football?" I'm like, yeah. That's why I'm like kind of stocky. Like they loved me.
I only played in middle school, and
yeah,
I just did. I was very well known for doing really weird shit for my size.
They were talking.
That's about
The
it.
coaches were talking about putting me on the varsity team my sophomore year.
Yeah.
But then I moved,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't let anybody up here know that I played.
Hey Z, do you want to know why I didn't go play have a high school football career?
Why?
Because I liked hanging out with my friends more than going to football.
I didn't have friends, so
Yeah, you
You
did.
still should have finished.
When I was
I
in
still should've
Texas,
no, I was screwing out with him.
in Texas, I had like one friend. So Mark David Chapman, I don't know if you've heard of him. If you haven't, you're going to now.
Yeah.
The guy was born May 10th, 1955 in Fort Worth, Texas. It's like by Dallas. They're different up there. They like get snow. I didn't see snow until I was like 15 years old.
That's a weird
Like when we
perspective,
moved
yeah.
up here. Like it's wild. So like them Dallas folk, they different. They
They're
different.
different.
It's like the bowels of hell in Southeast Texas where I lived. His father was a staff sergeant in the Air Force, and his mother was a nurse. He had a younger sister and was her elder by 7 years. When he was a kid, he said he lived in fear of his father because he was physically abusive to his mother and unloving towards him. In an interview for People magazine, he said he would beat her up. I'd wake up hearing my mother screaming my name, and it just scared the fire out of me. And I'd run in there and put my fists up and make him go away. Sometimes I think I actually pushed him away. He was something though. So you don't know how much you can believe from this guy.
Yeah.
In the book, Let Me Take You Down, Chapman recalls when his father called him to the window on the day that a neighborhood neighbor committed suicide. He was like 10 years old. He says he remembered looking out the window and seeing the dead man's distraught wife. The woman had stood as though frozen onto concrete driveway outside her home. She made helpless, random motions with her hands, unable to articulate the horror of finding her husband's headless body curled around a shotgun in their bed. She looked to Chapman like a wounded bird that had suddenly fallen from the sky. So if that's true, that's
Is that
fucking
true?
wild.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know. It's what he
doesn't
said it.
sound crazy,
He said it.
but it's like
He said it. So his dad might have been like, "Hey, come over here and check this out." And like
Yeah,
this
that's fucked up.
this lady's like fucking all distraught and shit.
Right.
And they're bringing the body out. Like that is fucked up. I would never want my kids to see anything like that.
No.
And like, so I was reading stuff, and his mom actually did say that he'd like to hit her sometimes. She like downplayed it like a lot. She's like, "Oh, he liked to hit me. He hit me sometimes, and sometimes I would go in his room, in Mark's room, and to get away from him. But I never asked him to fight for me or anything like that."
That's weird.
So like,
See, yeah.
so like she like, "Yeah, you like to hit me a little." Like, what?
That's weird.
It's like, how do you downplay something like that?
Yeah.
But
Well, I've heard other people downplay
so like
far worse.
his dad was abusive.
Yeah. Okay.
But to what extent? Like, did he actually do that? I don't know. It's just what I heard, what I read. It's like what he's saying, you know. He was a mama's boy, and his fondest memories are both from and of his mother. His mother told him he was born to greatness and he could be anything he wanted to be. She would always encourage him and assure him that he was special and brilliant and destined for greatness and fame. Like, this lady would, she supposedly told him that the only reason she had sex with his father was to make him. And she, like, worshipped him and, like, dude... Like, she was like...
She was like an obsessive
Yes,
mom.
yes.
Ew.
You're so amazing. You're going to be so amazing. You're going to be famous. You're going to be everything. Blah, blah,
Helicopter
blah.
parent?
Okay, so she
Where it can lead.
stated that she was more of like a best friend to him instead of a parent.
Yeah.
That's what she said. So
That's weird.
Yeah, but she like worshipped him. That shit stuck with him for life. He was very, very. He thought he was the shit. Like he thought he was amazing. He was very narcissistic. Very, very narcissistic.
We knew somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He never talked about his sister or recalls his sister whenever he's speaking about childhood or family, stating they were never close.
Huh.
So his sister's just like, yeah, whatever. In his childhood, he had imaginary friends called the Little People. He remembered them being there for as long as he could remember. He had godlike power over them and was their king.
Like in Men in Black.
I guess,
In the
yeah.
locker.
Yeah, these little people, and you just tell them what to do. He like told them to protect his mom from his dad or some shit, or he would like kill them all. It was fucking ridiculous.
That's cool.
There's
weird.
books out there about this guy. I used a lot of. There's actually a lot of like interviews and TV, like what TV specials where they focused on him on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
If you Google his name, there's all kinds of crazy stuff. But I also used a book, Let Me Let You Down. It was written by Max something. It's like a bunch of interviews that were taken with Mark David Chapman, and like he put it all in a book and put it into like a story of his story.
Is that
It was a really good book.
autobiography or
It's a biography.
bio? Yeah.
When he was 14, he discovered his drugs. When he was 14, he discovered drugs. His walls were plastered with Beatles posters, and he was a large fan of the Beatles' first album. Or the Beatles. He was a large fan of the Beatles. His first album was a Beatles album that he would listen to a lot as a child with the Little People. Like, you know, they dance and stuff to like the Beatles. He was he was known to take any drug offered to him and was skipping class. Like doing like acid and shit.
Yeah.
He identified as a hippie, and he would have violent fantasies about killing from time to time, like his dad. Like he hated his dad.
Yeah.
I think he had violent fantasies about killing his friend or something like that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was going to say that's there. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say the abusive dad. But
Yeah.
just his random friend, his random bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
When he was 16, he suddenly discovered evangelical Christianity.
Oh boy.
He completely turned around. He stopped doing drugs. He became very dedicated to his church and very active in his church. He became what is known as a Jesus freak, and that's coming from like one of his childhood friends said, you know, he became what we called a Jesus freak. Like, I'm not, you know. He would pass out religious tracts to other students and went overnight from druggie to devoted Christian. He found his calling in youth leadership. He was a day camp counselor for the YMCA, and the kids like loved him, absolutely loved him. He was their favorite person. He was the counselor of the year, like every year. He was very soft spoken. He was kind of shy, but like he had these crazy ideas and shit, and like
Talking about ducks.
like he thought he was amazing. He was a musician and played guitar and sang. I heard a snippet of one of his songs. It was like maybe like 15 seconds. It was on one of the documentaries on YouTube, and he actually wasn't bad.
So he had good music.
Yeah, it wasn't. I really tried to find some of his songs, or like at least that full song, and I could not find it anywhere. I tried so hard. I was so mad.
So funny story to go along with that little weird thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have to omit names, of course, but I dated a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And after me, she dated a guy.
At least she dated a guy.
Yeah, she dated another guy, yeah. And this guy sucked. And he used to send me like really jacked up messages, all kinds of stuff. Mm-hmm. But he was a musician. And his shit sucked.
Oh
We'll just put it out there. His shit sucked.
I love that. And you know, the people who like love their own shit the most, like, are the worst.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this is shit, and it's like, no, that sucks, man.
So this dude, he popped up back then. He bothered me. I didn't pay him no mind. He didn't even know what I looked like. I walked by him.
This
in public
sounds vaguely familiar to me.
Yeah. You'll once I tell you names later, you'll know. So so she moved. So she moved and got away from him, and so years later she moved back, and me and her chit chat, and I brought him up because I was just the guy right before, and I didn't know how bad things were. Yeah, and that's that infuriates me because we ended things on good terms. It was one of those kind of things, and like she's still a friend of mine today.
Saw her like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, cool.
We didn't acknowledge each other.
Oh, weirdos. That makes sense for the two of you anyway. So I brought him up, and we did some poking around, and found out he's no longer among the living. No, and that's where I'll leave that.
I want to hear his music now.
Well, no, see, so this is the thing. I was excited to learn about that because it was the first time I had ever disliked somebody to any degree, and that person was now dead. Oh. And I was like, that's a weird feeling. So I went to his social media. I scrolled back, found where it was, the last little bit of music he ever listed. It was the day before what I assume was his day of his demise. And I'll never forget clicking on that and saying, please let this be a good song. I wanted Mark. I remember so bad
hearing his music with you.
Yeah, you do. It sucked back then, right? But
this sounds like real familiar to me.
Right,
like,
right. Oh, good. Wow, I can't believe you remember that.
I made fun of this guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I always remember the weirdest shit.
Good. All right. So I'm glad you remember this because this is really weird. So before I hit play, Mark, I wanted this song to be the soundtrack to the rest of my life. Like, hey, you know what? He got, in his death, he left one cool thing behind. Something. Yeah. It sucked so bad. Oh my God, I was so mad. It sucked so bad, Mark. I wanted to like it, and there wasn't if you gave me any kind of budget and all of his whole YouTube rights and bullshit, I'd never use a fucking red cent second of it on here. Even I'd rather buy an expensive guitar and beat it off the ground to get an audio tune for you.
People like him are why I'm scared to push my music, because I'm like, wait, what if it sucks? What if I only think it sounds okay?
No, I'll give you that.
Because, that happens so much in there. Everybody's families, they're like, oh, no, you sound great. You sound great. You go on the fucking American Idol, and they're like, wow, you fucking suck.
And you end up with children like Mark here. Not this Mark. This is my Mark.
Yeah,
that Mark's like not my Mark.
Fucking Mark Chapman.
So that was my little side thing for leading away from him. I'm glad his music was good. I haven't heard it, but I hope to hear it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find it again at some point.
Yeah.
When John Lennon claimed to be as popular as Jesus, it upset Mr. Chapman, and he ended up burning all of his Beatles records.
That makes sense.
Around the same time, he was beginning to associate with Holden Caulfield, who is the main character in the book Catcher in the Rye. He became obsessed with the book and identified with him. He was very critical of people, and he started seeing John Lennon and a lot of others as phonies. So in the book, Holden Caulfield talks about phonies, like fake people, like stuff like that a lot. So Catcher in the Rye is about this boy who he leaves his school, and he just has this crazy adventure, and I don't know, it's so hard to,
I get the kind
of gist of it. It's a good book. It's a real good book.
Yeah.
But the whole time he's basically having a nervous breakdown.
Makes sense. I mean, but I think, I don't know, maybe people look into it too much.
Maybe. Well, supposedly, Catcher in the Rye was used a lot in the MK Ultra stuff. Now, I actually saw a lot of there's a few conspiracy theories that the CIA used MK Ultra to program Mark Chapman to kill John Lennon because he was a problem.
Wow.
Because, people listened to him. They followed him.
Yeah.
I saw a couple things. I was like, what?
I've heard that.
What?
I feel like I've heard that before. I just haven't,
The CIA killed John Lennon. I mean, it's wild. You know what is really fucking wild? And it's not even intentional. MK Ultra keeps fucking coming up.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Well, same with, who was it? The Unabomber. Mm-hmm. He was MK Ultra. Yes,
he was also
There's
MK Ultra.
There's a lot of very notable people.
It's like Saram is his name.
Yeah. It's some crazy shit.
We're gonna have to do MK Ultra at some point.
And I hate to jump. I think you're planning on mentioning this, but I'm gonna jump and say it anyway. He did leave behind some strange memorabilia. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yes, we'll get there. We'll talk about it.
I'm jumping the gun.
Yes. He resented John Lennon's success. He felt that he deserved to be the one who was famous. He deserved to have all the adoring fans. He was the great man. He was the real John Lennon. Like he was real. Like he had a real high opinion of himself.
This is.
When he finished college, he became a security guard. His life wasn't going the way he felt it should go. He was facing the fact that he was just another guy, a nobody. Looking for a new life, he left Georgia and moved to Hawaii. When he got to Hawaii, he got all of his savings, and he planned on killing himself once he spent all of his money. Once he got low on funds, he went to Sears, bought a hose, and ran the hose from his muffler of his rental car to, the passenger driver's side. That
classic.
Yeah.
I've seen that in a lot of Lifetime movies.
Parked in a public place.
Oddly enough, yeah.
Turned the engine on, and I guess a fisherman who was coming back from fishing saw his car and tapped on the window to see if he was okay. He took that as a sign that he shouldn't die. He saw the man as an angel from God telling him to live.
That's convenient.
I mean, in a public place, of course.
Yeah. He went to a mental health clinic to get treated. After he got out, he couldn't keep a job, and life didn't get any better. He still felt like he would become somebody or be somebody big. And then at some point, the little people abandoned him and replaced him with two other...
Oh, the little people are still a thing?
Yeah. This is all still... He's all... Yeah.
The little people, okay.
Yeah. I don't know when they abandoned him. It could have been like a little bit when he was a little bit younger or something. Yeah. But he had two other entities, the child and the adult. Oh. The adult prayed to God and was good, and the child prayed to the devil.
That evil little cunt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It would tell him, that was like why you should kill.
Marky, touch your penis.
1 second. Okay.
Can you imagine going out into public again and ugly children not pointing and laughing at you? Can you imagine going to the lake, dipping your feet in the water, and people finally not running for the shore? Do your ankles affect your daily life to the point that it isn't enjoyable? Tired of wearing pants to hide those ankles in the middle of summer? Try our new treatment with all the rave 5 out of 6 pediatricians everywhere. Erectol can finally be you again.
Erectol must take 10 daily injections under each toenail to be effective. Studies suggest that any use of Erectol may lead to early onset dementia, heart disease, and extreme bouts of diarrhea. Do not use if you drink water, eat meat, or masturbate more than once a week. Consult a physician if any hallucinations last longer than 72 hours after taking Erectol.
Go on, Chad.
Okay, so, Mark David Chapman, he's crazy. He's very obsessed with himself. He thinks he should be famous. He should be more. He has voices in his head. So he wanted to be so important. He wanted to be somebody so bad that he started to obsess over being more. And finally decided that he was going to kill somebody famous and become Holden Caulfield. He actually had a kill list. He says he chose John Lennon out of convenience. He actually had a chance to kill somebody else. I believe we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Okay.
So here we are, Nikki. Guess what's next? Guess. Just
Not
guess.
Disney World.
It might be Disney World. Is there a Disney World in New York?
No.
Then it's not going to be Disney World.
Was it not? It's not 9/11. I know that. Ha.
He made the decision to kill somebody. And he decided to kill John Lennon. So he bought a gun, Charter Arms 38 Special, and flew to New York planning on killing John Lennon.
I will remark on the quality of the firearm. They are economical, and they always have.
Yeah.
I have a.
It wasn't a very expensive gun.
No, I have a close friend that inherited a very collector's model of it, and it is not an impressive gun at all. I think he almost looks at it as a meme gun. But
You know it's
like I
wild.
say, inherited.
Okay, so our old buddy Lee Harvey Oswald used a shitty gun too. Like, but also people think that could have been like MK Ultra, a government killing, a fucking. So like, in this guy now, there's fucking MK Ultra. Like, oh, maybe he killed because of the government, and he's also using a shitty gun. What does that say about our government with shitty guns?
Well, I
wouldn't-
actually have a funny comment on that, and it's that I think it proves that you can do a lot of things with shitty guns. I can actually speak from a little bit of experience that there is a local municipality that has a program, and within that program, you are granted access of viewing cleared firearms that are in their current evidence locker, and of the specimens that I
They're
saw,
all high points, aren't they?
No, I mean, yeah, of course, but there was nothing. It wasn't like, oh, an HKG 36. There wasn't any Mac 10s, or there wasn't any like anything with this sawed off or that sawed
used to
off.
be used a lot.
Well, like even in our town here, New Brighton, which I've been getting into a little bit of the history of our town when it comes to firearms. Our police station has a display in it of shitty weapons that have been taken from people in New Brighton, and we are friends with people who have made contributions. I'm not aware of any description wise off the top of my head, but I well know that somebody I know knows where some of those came from.
You know what? I've been around,
Charter Arms.
you know, people who carry around guns because they're messing with drugs when they're younger and stuff.
Yep.
You know, I've been in the bad part of like the bad side of New Brighton. And
What's
all that.
crappy gun?
And you know what? They're all carrying shitty fucking guns.
Yeah,
like
but you know
old
what?
school revolvers that they probably stole from like their grandfather or whatever. Like,
But you know
always
what it
shitty
says?
fucking guns.
It says about all of it is that even the shitty guns work.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true.
The concept of a firearm is for a projectile to go down a tube with some pressure behind it. That is the really just of
I mean, look at
projectiles in general.
fucking muskets.
Yep.
Back in the day. He went to New York.
Wait. Oh, no, one other fun fact.
Okay.
We're going to talk about rifling. Did you know, Mark, that your pee hole has rifling? Like a barrel of a gun?
That makes sense.
It is. It's so awesome.
Did you know people like to stick?
Yeah, like you
Like-
guys's.
People
Yeah.
like to stick like sticks in their wieners.
Oh, the sounding bars. You know
yeah,
what?
it's
You-
like a real big in the Arabic countries.
You just gave
right?
me ideas. Ooh, don't
Oh,
give me
God.
those kind of ideas, but you just gave me some weird ideas.
Dude, don't fucking stick a chopstick in your wiener.
Oh,
please.
hell no. No.
He's gonna. Oh my god.
No.
So,
no,
anyways,
no.
I don't want to think about your wiener, Nick.
You thought about my wiener. I was talking
so-
about how your wiener has rifling.
so
I'm
anyway-
smoothbore, bro.
Oh,
I've got a modified choke. Oh,
It's just
dear
so
Lord.
short
that
that
is a
it doesn't-
gun dick joke. So bad.
it's so short it doesn't have a chance to spiral.
Wait a minute. No, hold on. Now we're getting off on a really good tangent here.
No,
my question
no,
is
we
this,
gotta
if
continue.
my pee hole
This
is
is gonna be a
rifled,
little late. I'm sorry.
What if I had a smooth bore, but I had modified choke on my pee-pee?
So
I'm
now you're
telling
talking
you,
about penis
conceptually.
modifications?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it like shotguns. You know, everybody's obsessed with different chokes and spreads and shit like that. Well, I mean,
Nick.
so am I when it comes to the seed, bruh.
Nick,
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I fucking hate you.
You love it.
He actually went to New York in late October 1980 to kill Lennon, but because he didn't have any bullets and because of the film Ordinary People, he changed his mind and went back to Hawaii.
Ooh.
Also, in some of the research I did, he was constantly fighting to ignore the child, who would usually be the voice trying to egg him on to kill.
Ew.
When he went back to Hawaii, he told his wife about his obsession with killing John Lennon. He showed her the gun and the bullets that he had finally acquired. He got hollow points to make sure he was dead. But she did not inform the police or anybody. Like, she just kept quiet.
Did she just not? Did she
She
know
didn't tell
about the
anybody.
prior attempt?
Yeah.
Oh.
He told her everything. I saw something. He actually like resented her for not turning him in because he didn't want to do it. Like he's, I mean, he's like very severely
wanted
mentally
to get
ill.
caught.
Yeah, well, he did want to get caught, but at the same time, he like didn't, but he did. Like
He wanted to be successful, but
like he
even
wanted
thought,
to be famous. He wanted to be remembered. He wanted to be somebody. But at the same time, like he's like, well, do I really want to be like that? Do I really want to do that? Because he was a good guy. Like he tried to. He helped a lot of people. He
Yeah.
like people liked him a lot.
When you said that he was a counselor, that does take a particular type of person
like,
to be successful and not like.
Yeah.
I think if somebody would have been like, "Oh, he was a piece of shit. He used to hit us all." Blah blah blah. I feel like you would have found that.
And
you know
and I didn't find anything about him being abusive or anything.
Right.
Like people thought he was a nice guy. They were very shocked. Which is kind of like almost feeds to the MK Ultra thing. Like he
Right.
just suddenly changed like that.
When he stayed that
But
way,
at the same
apparently.
time, like he's very clearly mentally ill, and is when he's younger, he's very narcissistic, and all of that. So like, maybe something just switched in his head. Maybe it was schizophrenia, and he's hearing these voices. So like, yeah. Speaking of voices,
the voices.
Have you
the
ever heard-
people, the little people? I wish. the
have
little
you ever
people
heard
were
of a
there.
tulpa?
The tulpa?
A tulpa.
Can you spell that?
Tulpa.
Okay.
Tulpa.
No, I have not.
Okay, so it's kind of like a imaginary friend that you will into being in your head. Okay, so basically the way you form one is you like kind of think about like its personality and stuff like that, and in your head, so you're constantly thinking about it, you're constantly manifesting it in your mind. And like you could talk to yourself and have it talk back, and at first you start like you're the one making up the conversation, but after a while your brain gets so used to like doing that it just starts like answering instead, and it like creates like this consciousness inside of you.
Yeah.
Like that's what a tulpa is. I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's believable, but like it's kind of like it's like an imaginary friend, but it's considered sentient and relatively independent.
And this is like
This is a real
psychological
thing.
field
It's a
thing?
concept in theosophy, mysticism, and the paranormal.
Okay. That is okay. Gotcha.
What modern practitioners who call themselves tulpamancers use the term to refer a type of willed imaginary friend who practitioners consider to be sentient and relatively independent. So, like, what if
Like Drop Dead Fred.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Drop Dead Fred, yeah. That'd be a good example.
Fairly Odd Parents.
You just form this thing in your head, and that's kind of scary.
I had imaginary
but
friends.
it's like really cool.
I had imaginary
But
friends.
but it'd be kind of like that. But if you consciously created it,
So-
yeah, they didn't have much of a
and
personality.
imaginary
yeah.
friends. I don't think tulpas don't just go away.
So-
You have to like kill it in your mind.
I've noticed that, yeah, because I always wondered that of my imaginary friends. Because oddly enough, fun fact: the day my mother died, something was found. Somebody was going through because I at my grandparents' house, and I found something that had the names of my imaginary friends on them.
That's
And I
wild.
sat there for a good couple minutes. I'm like, who the fuck? why do I know these two names together? I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to be made fun of for their names. They were not ridiculous. It wasn't fucking anything funny.
Sugar nuts and fucking drug.
Anything you assume is funnier than what it actually is. So,
So-
I would actually rather leave the mystery. And no, I'll never even tell you.
So it makes sense that would be a thing that can happen because there are women out there that convince themselves so thoroughly that they are in fact pregnant that they do have the symptoms. They gain the weight, they lose their period,
That's creepy.
everything because their brain convinces their body to have the symptoms of everything.
Dissociative identity disorder.
Yeah.
It's like different personalities. So yeah, and then also your brain starts will automatically do things like when you drive to work every single day, the same exact thing happens over and over.
Oh, yeah, it's
You ever
deleted.
you leave work and then you're like, wait, the fuck? How the fuck did I
Yep.
get here?
You're like, oh well, I fucking made it, so
Because your
car's all
brain
right.
Pull
just
in.
deletes that information.
Pull
So
in.
so you
Fuck,
start
I meant to go
you
here.
start consciously, making this personality, and at some point your brain just
Snaps off.
starts fucking, it just kind of separates and starts talking to you. So in concept, it could work. It's fucking wild. And and I know the first time I heard about Tulpas, I was like, oh my god, there's this thing in my brain and it's gonna try to take over or something like that. But they're not like that. It's just like a companion. That people use them as companions and stuff. It's real crazy. Look up Tulpa. Tulpa. It's awesome. I love reading stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I thought about trying to create one at some point, but I don't know.
That's how did you guys lose Mark? He created a tulpa. No, I refuse to have a sentence like that. So don't do that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, what happened to good old Mark Hodge? He made a tulpa, went crazy, tried to kill Ariana Grande, and
So maybe because they said he was mentally sound and shit when they did psychological evaluations on him. I don't know. They didn't say he has schizophrenia. It sounds like schizophrenia, but was it? I don't know.
well, as to be,
Or maybe he made those things up because he has that way he could come off as crazy because he did try to do the insanity plea.
Yeah.
So
Right.
maybe he made those things up, trying to sound crazy. You don't
Instead
know.
sounding
You're only
all
going
smart,
off of
yeah.
what he said, and you can't see inside of his brain. So
Right.
he made an appointment with the clinical psychologist, but skipped the appointment and flew back to New York December 6, 1980. At his last shift at his job in Hawaii, he signed out as John Lennon.
You.
When in New York, he's thinking about in that case, he wanted to be like John Lennon, but there's so many different
There's
things
people
I've
do
heard.
that just
People
to
were
be
like, so he
weird.
wanted to be Holden Caulfield, and then people were like, well, he thought he was going to become John Lennon. Later, he says he did it for the to gain his fame. Like John Lennon's fame. But then I hear other things where he says that he did it to make people aware of the book and made it about Catcher in the Rye. So there's different things I've seen that's kind of almost contradict each other. So
Well,
it's wild.
I think my
He
I
was
don't wanna
awesome.
jump
He was
ahead,
mentally
but-
ill. He was fucking mentally ill.
Yeah,
as fuck.
So, where are we at timeline now?
It's gonna be a little long. I already apologize.
No. I mean, where are you at? Where,
I only have a little bit more.
has he killed?
Oh no,
Are
not
we-
yet.
Okay,
I'll get there. That's coming next.
because I have. Yeah,
I'm about to hit the day.
the coming. Okay,
The for the movie we're gonna promote for no reason.
no reason.
So I guess we can. So there's a movie called Chapter 27 with Jared Leto.
Leto?
Jared Leto.
And Lindsay Lohan.
And Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, I forgot about.
I can't
that
remember when it was
started
made, but she
while
wasn't.
ago.
Yeah, it was a while
Mid-2000s.
ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mid-2000s.
They put him in a
2016
fat suit, but it's called Chapter 27, and it's about his time in New York before he does the murder, and it's a really good watch. And it's pretty accurate to the story, and it's really good. I think if you enjoy this or are more interested in any of it, look him up. go on YouTube. There's so many documentaries that are really good on it. You'll obviously see that it's some of the things that there's like people were like, oh, he did it because he wanted to be John Lennon, and like, oh, he did it because he was trying to promote this book, or not promote, but make people aware, because the book was very important to him. But yeah, you should check that movie out. It's Chapter 27. You can get it on YouTube for free.
So, do want to point out something funny, little hark back comic book style to one of our previous episodes, previously on Guns and Gory, when we spoke about cult leaders. We started off that one. I had a nice little jingle about wanting to be a cult leader.
Oh, God.
And you know what? Jared Leto is a very good example of a good cult leader. I mean, I'm not saying I'm into what he's into, but he's doing something right.
He got a lot of followers.
And my proof is this. I hope there's a couple extra people out there that like were like, nah, fuck that. I'm not going to watch that movie. But until I say this, they're like, oh, fuck, now I got to watch it. If you play the movie and you watch, because obviously I watched it, if you play the movie and you think of attractive, good-looking Jared Leto in any way, shape, or form, and all the creepy things that he says to Lindsay Lohan during the movie. So basically, what I'm trying to say is,
sure he
flirted with Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay Lohan saw hot Jared Leto.
Yeah.
You are seeing fat, ugly Jared Leto, so it's creepy.
So in the movie, he comes off as like real creepy. But
Right.
I saw an interview. The one girl was kind of hoping he would take her out on a date.
Yep. See, I mean, I could see
She
people
thought he
fall
was
for it.
He was kind of
When-
he wasn't ugly,
Right.
but he wasn't like hot. He was a little overweight.
Well, okay.
Like
So-
they made him look way worse in the movie than he actually was.
Right, and that's
Well, they gotta demonize him.
yeah, they
He
got to
did
demonize
terrible
him.
things,
Well,
you
and
know?
they fucked up harder, I think, on other murderers. Like Jeremy Renner played a really good Jeffrey Dahmer before. There
Yeah.
was complaints, but I thought looks wise, I judged by
Yeah.
looks. The current guy that plays in that show, that one's good, but
SpongeBob, you mean?
huh?
Movie he was called SpongeBob
Yeah.
back in the day.
So there was one I was dissatisfied with and I lost it. It was the guy who played the charismatic guy that killed women in a Volkswagen Bundy.
Yes.
Bundy, the guy. Okay, so
Zac Efron.
yeah,
Oh,
Bundy was described. You know, because we weren't alive then.
Yeah.
Bundy was described as a charismatic man. The problem is that they put Zac Efron. Now Zac Efron's an amazing actor. I'm not.
And he's gorgeous.
Oh, but he's too gorgeous. He hit it right. But the problem is,
But people thought he was attractive. Though.
But like
Bundy, they thought he was very attractive.
Yeah.
He was very,
Many
very
women.
personable.
Bundy was
very, very outgoing. Like people loved him.
But see, the difference between the two is this is what I feel like. Bundy as a person, I would have bought something from had he worked at the mall and tried to sell me something. Right?
Yeah.
I'll give him that, and that's a hard thing for me because I'm a very hard person to sell something to. But Zac Efron is somebody that I'd go. There are women that I probably know personally that would pay to have just one night with you.
Maybe people were like that for him.
And I mean that to be such a polar opposite of what Ted Bundy was. It was bad casting.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
We might
he was
talk about him
amazing.
one day.
Though. He's amazing. Yeah, Bundy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's so well known. There's so much about him. Like,
yeah, you
just
know what?
repeating, beating a dead horse.
Yeah. Oh, it's the same reason we haven't talked about Waco yet.
Yep.
Let's be honest.
I gotta
wanna
get some
that bubble.
requests for that one.
I want to pop that bubble. I really. I want to say this though. I don't think we'll ever talk about Waco. Like
we could
an
talk about it a little
way.
bit. No.
Yeah, but everybody does it.
They're going to be brought up with other
Mm-hmm.
cult stuff, and I
wish
do
I
plan
knew
on doing other
something
cult
different.
stuff.
Everybody
Yeah.
knows all these different angles of Waco anymore, so it's good. And it's good that people know.
Yeah.
I like how popular it is. But I will say this. this is how fucked up of an individual I am, and I wear it with pride. I would love to have one of the Koresh rock, the Jesus Rocks shirts. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting one of those made for me. Maybe we can talk to our customs department about that. But I've been wanting, and because you know what, I'm good. I think I could wear that, and somebody would read it and be like, "Oh, Jesus Rocks, yeah, cool." But then the people who are like, "What?" Like the people who will look at me. Be like, why are you wearing it? Because I don't wear stuff, anything like that, you know? And I'd look at him and be like, this is the Waco dude. Like, that would be what excites me, just like our G.G. Allen shirts.
Oh, man, if I wore that, that'd be interesting.
Sorry to get us so far off subject, but,
oh, no, you're fine.
At least there's this.
It's going to be a little long today.
This is the funny thing about Chapman, though, is he was an all right looking guy.
Yeah.
Jared Leto made him look a lot better in the movie, but it's still worth
watching.
They
made him a lot creepier, I think, than he really was.
Right. If you overanalyze movies, it's worth one watch. If you're, that's how I always sell it off to really good movie people, is it's worth watching.
Well, you know what we can do? We'll end it with an interview from John Kersh. Not John, Mark David Chapman. I'll let you guys hear how he sounds.
Well,
and stuff.
And the one last thing we wanted to mention is that not only was John Lennon the first person he thought about killing, and he almost did it twice. Same with
Bowie.
Yes, thank you, David Bowie.
Mm-hmm. We're getting there.
We're getting there. I'm sorry. I thought that was the perfect time.
We have just arrived back in New York.
Have you ever gone to change your adult diaper, sniff it, and think, why can't I taste this? Well, today you can, with our new scented and flavored adult diapers. Now you can smell and taste all the wonderful tastes and smells of normal diapers with a twist. Try the new Lemon Zing, or maybe the Fanny Fruit Punch. We have 6 flavors in all, so get to the store and join the party today.
Yep, just right back.
We're coming back. We're coming back.
We're bringing it on back.
So in New York, he considered taking his life by jumping off the Statue of Liberty. On the morning of December 8th, Mark Chapman left his room at the Sheridan Hotel, leaving back items he wanted the police to find. He bought a copy of Catcher in the Rye. Inside, he wrote the statement underlining this. Sorry. Inside, I need to use punctuation on my notes. Mm-hmm. He bought a copy of Catcher in the Rye. Inside, he wrote, "This is my statement," underlining this, signed Holden Caulfield. He also bought John Lennon's latest album, Double Fantasy, so that he looked like he fit out hanging outside of John Lennon's apartment. Because a lot of fans hung out. They knew where he lived and stuff, hoping to get an autograph.
No.
Creepy.
Yeah. He actually hung outside of the apartment for a few days. He got to know the doorman and a couple girls that were regulars. Like John Lennon would actually... the first time he was there... No, not the first time he was there. It was the first day he was there or something like that. He missed having an actual conversation with John Lennon because he was supposed to be there because he was going to take the girls out at 5:30 to get Japanese food. And he didn't end up going there because I think he went back to his hotel and went to sleep or something. And John Lennon came. Yeah. And he stopped and he talked to the girls and stuff like that. And then for 20 minutes and then went outside. And Chapman missed it completely.
What a dodge.
Right?
Wow.
At 5 p.m., Lennon and his wife Yoko Ono left the Dakota for a recording session. John Lennon actually stopped and signed Chapman's copy of Double Fantasy, and a photographer actually took a picture of them together. You can find that picture online easily, very easily.
Yep. I saw that picture in middle school.
Yeah. And I guess when John Lennon stopped, he said, after he signed it, he said, is there anything else you need or something like that? And Mark Chapman believes that he had a premonition or something, like he knew he was facing his killer. But at the same time, fucking Chapman is a crazy motherfucker, so you know he's gonna fabricate anything in his mind that he can
to say something to be famous for the second. Yeah.
He actually tried to get the cameraman to stay, but he had to do something, so he left. He also said that he had asked one of the girls he met outside of the apartment to go on a date with him, and she denied him. And he said that if he had gone with her, he wouldn't have killed John Lennon. At least that night, like, because he was fighting himself the whole time. He's like fighting himself, and then the child is inside of him, and he's like, "Do it! You need to do it! You got to kill him! You got to become Holden Caulfield! You have to become John Lennon! You have to be somebody!" And then the old man or whatever I said, the adult was like, "No, you can't do this. You don't want to do this. Like, you're better than this." So he stayed by himself, and right around 10:50 p.m., John and Yoko came home, and the rest is history. Right before he pulled the trigger, the child in his head said, "Do it, do it, do it." He believed by killing John Lennon, he would gain his fame. Wow. He would become Holden Caulfield. When the police came, he gave himself up immediately. And like right after he killed him, he sat down and he was reading Catcher in the Rye. I guess, so when he shot John ran, and I guess he made it to the stairs, and he fell down and died in this, fell in the stairway. And the security guard ran up to Mark Chapman was like, "What are you doing? What did you do? Like, get out of here." And Mark David Chapman was like, "Where?" He's like, "Just get out of here." And he like slapped the gun out of his hand and kicked it away from him. Mm-hmm. But like,
it was empty because he shot all 5 rounds, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you said that already.
And then he sat on
he sat
down and started reading the book and waited for the police. When the police came, he put his hands up and he went straight to him. They said he didn't give any issues, no problems. Like, he just went willingly. He talked. He told them everything. He even apologized to the police about wasting their time, like keeping them up at night because of all of it.
That's polite.
Right?
I'm sorry, that's the first thing that came to mind. I'm like, wow, that's a really polite guy.
Yeah, and everybody, that's the thing. Everybody always said he's a